Southern Indiana FC Soccer is on the air tonight on the ISC Sports Network, and it's the final round of qualifying for the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Tonight, it pits SIFC against Briar United FC, coming all the way over from Raleigh, North Carolina. Good evening, everybody. My name is Rick Johnson, joined alongside by the great Brant McCoskey, and a big opportunity tonight for Brant, for both of these clubs, win and you're in to next spring's Open Cup.
Well, and that's just it, Rick. Win and in, right? It's the one opportunity for both of these teams to get that opportunity to play in the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, and it's going to be an exciting matchup tonight. Both of these teams have played very well in their previous Open Cup qualifiers, Rick. It's going to be great to see who comes out on top tonight.
During the regular season, SIFC has dropped their last two matches. They lost to Tango FC 3-0 and Tennessee United Soccer Club 1-0 in their last two times out in the regular season. But before that, a 12-0 victory over International FC, and they defeated Tennessee United Soccer Club in the third round of Open Cup qualifying 7-1. In Open Cup qualifying, as you mentioned, SIFC has been a much different team than they have been in the regular campaign.
Yeah, really. And they defeated the Southern Indiana Guardians 10-0 in the first round. They defeated the Bootleggers 4-1, and then in the third round they defeated Tennessee United 7-1. So really, it's really just it's been great to watch, and this team can attack at will.
Well, let's remind you that tonight's broadcast is brought to you by River City Mortgage. Southern Indiana FC Soccer is presented by River City Mortgage. Your dream, our commitment. For Briar United FC, 2 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses during the regular campaign, but in Open Cup qualifying, they've been fantastic. Got a bye into the second round, 2-1 victors over Greenville United Football Club. Third round to get to this spot, they tied Grove United after the full 110 minutes. They won 5-4 in PKs, and that is how the folks from Raleigh get here tonight to Southern Indiana.
Well, and really for Briar United, they've scored 9 goals in the regular season for UPSL on the UPSL side, and really they've scored 7 goals, 5 of those being penalties, right? In Open Cup, so really they've almost matched their regular season UPSL tally just in 2 Open Cup matches. So it'll be interesting to see how this dynamic for Briar plays out here tonight, but you know this Teal team is going to be ready.
As we jump into the 3 McCoskies for tonight's match, we do want to let you know we have not been given the numbers yet for Briar United FC, so if we talk in generalities for the visitors, that is why. The 3 McCoskies for tonight. Yeah,
so McCoskey's keys for tonight. We have to be effective in the attack if you're Southern Indiana FC. Last Sunday, they let a goal in early, and then really, as Coach Vigar said in our call, that defense really just kind of parked the bus in the box, and the Teal couldn't break through. Second key is being patient, patience and timing with quality execution. That's on the attack. That's defensively as well. And then number 3 is maintaining strong pressure defensively. We know this defense is very, very strong for this Teal side, making sure that you're quick, closing, and regaining possession to turn it to the attack.
The Teal have outscored their opponents by 32 goals during the regular campaign. They come in 6 wins, 1 draw, and 3 losses through their 10 regular season matches. The road white tonight for Briar United FC, as we mentioned, out of the Mid-Atlantic North Conference of the UPSL. 2-2-6 overall, 2 wins, 2 draws, and the 6 setbacks. On the other side for SIFC, 6 wins, that 1 draw, and then 3 losses. They are 4-1, no losses here at home this season. George Abner has the ball at his feet and lays it back on the opening possession here for Southern Indiana FC. C.D. Muhammad sent it towards the middle, overran by Briar United. And now the visitors will try to dance and take this one out of their defensive end. Nice slide tackle near midfield by the Teal. Keeps it in their half. Elias McLeod with the ball at his feet. Then coming out of the scrum with it is Briar United. Ball slips through. There's Abner. This 5'10 defender has been seen an increased role here in the fall for the Teal.
Yeah, George Abner, he's been so exciting to watch. He's such a great player, not only with the ball at his feet, but defensively on that back line for the Teal. Just so strategic in every aspect of his game, and really has earned his spot on this field. Yes, there have been some injuries that have led to that, but really in training and in his show on the pitch, he has earned his spot
For the first 90 seconds, possession has been tilted on this side of the field here for the Teal, playing at home. And under the direction of their first-year head man, Dutch Viger. And it stays here with the SIFC. Free merch handed out to the first 150 fans tonight down here at Green Valley Soccer Complex, and free admission to anybody that was in the New Albany area that wanted to come out and check some high-level soccer, again with a bid to the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup on the line tonight. 16 matches this evening, those final round of qualifying. So those 16 qualifiers will join the 16 clubs that were given a bye into the U.S. Open Cup coming up next spring.
And what's great for the Teal, too, is that they did qualify for the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup this year for the 2025 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. So they've been in this position before. They've had to play this final qualifying match to get in, so they have that experience to know what to do to break through. So hopefully they can translate that tonight as well.
Set piece sent into the box, headed away by Briar United. Held in, a volley goes in wide, and it was not touched on the way there, but a good opening strike there from the SIFC bunch. And a goal kick upcoming here for Briar United FC. We mentioned just 2-2-6. Again, 2 wins and 2 draws throughout the regular campaign, playing at the UPSL's Mid-Atlantic North Conference. But they've been a completely different team, as Brant mentioned, almost matching their entire regular season total in goals scored of just 9, which is the fewest in their conference through U.S. Open Cup qualifying. Time is short-lived in the defensive end. Nate Brown, Muhammad. Good first touch there from Muhammad, but better defensive footwork there from Briar United. Muhammad comes back and takes the ball away. Tied up on the sideline. Brown trying to apply help. This new formation about the last month and a half here, Brant, for SIFC, going to the 3-5-2 has been really beneficial for the Teal. It's given them a lot more scoring opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. And really, the attack that the Teal had before the 3-5-2 was very strong. You add the 3-5-2 aspect to it, and it just makes it even stronger. And it's been so much fun to watch because they just push forward and push forward and push forward. But what's great about it, too, is that the players are tracking back. They know exactly when they need to get back, how to get back, and it's just creating, like you said, Rick, so many more opportunities for this Teal team, and we're seeing it already here tonight.
Muhammad down the sideline, got that first step around his defender, couldn't get and turn the corner, but it's touched across the end line, and the first corner of the night coming up here for SIFC. So Jed McLeod has already scored once this season. Goes back to take this first corner of the night here in the 5th minute. A low in-swinger, bicycle kick back towards, and it's just touched over the crossbar by the Briar United keeper. So he was first touched out of there off that bicycle attempt from SIFC, so a goal kick upcoming here for the Teals. Get a look at the replay.
Yeah, great little back flick by the Teal inside the box. And if you're the Teal, you're very optimistic right now with what you've seen from your attack. You're creating these opportunities. A nice little corner kick there. Great ball into the box. Just couldn't get past the keeper.
Muhammad coming back across the midfield to help out his defensive mates for the Teal.
And what we're seeing, too, from this Teal back line, like I mentioned in the keys of this match, is just being patient on that back line, not forcing anything, staying cool, calm, and collected when the attack is on you. And we just saw that in that series right there. Just being patient on the ball, being confident on the ball as you clear the ball out and send it forward for the attack.
That's Elam Dogby pressing Briar United. They try to clear it out of their defensive end, or right back on the dot there to Dogby. Jed McLeod hits the circle button and tries to carry forward. A flick towards the middle, played back behind his intended target, turned over. But a late whistle called, and it's going to go against Briar United FC as the visitors look to be hitting the accelerator and trying to head forward. Actually, excuse me, looks like to go against the Teal, so it stops the progress for the time being for Briar United. So they have to take the set piece and the free kick from all the way deep in their defensive end. With Kellen Clegg standing in front of the ball here.
And it's great to see Kellen Clegg getting the start here tonight. He has been such a great player for this Teal squad. Leading goal scorer for the Teal as well, which is fantastic. And just really, when it comes to Kellen Clegg, what he has gone through, not only with the, he didn't start the last couple matches, so it's good to see him getting the start, but he was in a bit of a slump to start the season. And now he's gotten on the score sheet quite a bit here as of late, and it's great to see.
All-time leading goal scorer in club history. Trying to leave his impact here in the final round of qualifying for next spring's U.S. Open Cup. Tonight's match presented by Soccer Post. Attention soccer fans. Soccer Post Clarksville is your go-to store for top quality gear. It's a shot there from the top of the box, offering an extensive selection of apparel, footwear, and accessories from all your favorite brands. Locally owned and conveniently located off I-65. We're here to support players, coaches, and teams. Visit us today or shop online at soccerpostclarksville.com.
Yeah, and that was a good rip there by Nate Brown at the top of the box. And really, when it comes to the leading goal scorers in club history, Nate Brown and Kellen Clegg are right there neck and neck. So Nate Brown also a very, very exciting player on the attack for this Teal squad.
Had a hat trick last spring for the Teal as they had a wonderful spring that unfortunately ended early in the postseason. Nice initial move there for SIFC to get inside the 18. And the flag, or the whistle, goes against, looks like Kellen Clegg, the guilty party there for the Teal. Free kick here for Briar United.
Yeah, it looked like Kellen was just trying to draw some contact there, and referee was not having anything to do with it. Understandably so on that one.
McLeod, a good job to hold it in. Husseini running forward to the corner.
Oh, great turn.
Trying to get the toe drag away from the defender, and here comes Briar United FC from deep in their own end. Flicked forward, and for one of the rare times here, Briar United with a holding the possession here, and they're off in the attacking end.
Yeah, they had a lot of space here on this near side, Rick, and unfortunately for the Teal, Briar United couldn't do anything with it inside the box, but a lot of space here on that near side making that run.
Again, if you're just joining us, we have not been given the jersey numbers for Briar United FC, so that's why we're talking about their club in generalities instead of able to identify each specific player with the ball at their feet. Throw in here for Briar United. And a foul against the Teal. Looked to be against Elias McLeod. That's number 2 on SIFC here in the first half. Dangerous set piece here for Briar United FC. Here in the final round of U.S. Open Cup qualifying. 16 bids on the line tonight. 32 teams have made this fourth and final round of Cup qualifying. Just starting the 11th minute. Bulleted in. Unable to get a clean touch on it was Briar United. And here come the Teal the other way.
And this is where the Teal can be very dangerous, is on this counterattack. I like how they decided to settle the ball back, as they did not have the numbers forward as they thought they did.
Muhammad fighting forward here for the Teal. Wanted Brown, and then cleared away from him, but it'll be a throw in here for SIFC.
Yeah, smart play there by Briar United, just kicking the ball out of bounds, letting their defense get back and recover, get numbers back.
McLeod. Abner. And now Muhammad, who draws a crowd. Brown flicks into open space, a little miscommunication between he and his teammate ahead of him.
Yeah, Nate Brown looking for Kellen Clegg there off the little flick down the middle. Great ball.
Brown in the middle, able to work it back. Clegg onside, yes. Denied the initial cross, gets it back with that off left foot, flicked away by Briar United's back line. And the shoulder of Jack Kramer able to hold it forward. Physical play on the far side of the field. Dancing with it is SIFC. Muhammad able to throw that right foot in front and cut down that long pass, but Briar United on the counter. Here's a big first touch into the box. As a foot race towards the end line, flicked away, but across the end line by the SIFC defender. And here comes the first corner of the night for Briar United FC.
Yeah, good recovery there by George Abner. Unfortunately, had to play it outside past the byline and give up a corner kick, but good recovery there for the Teal on defense.
Tonight's match presented by Jersey Mike's. Taste the difference at Jersey Mike's, from the classic Italian to the flavorful Philly cheesesteak. Every sub is packed with bold, delicious taste. Stop by Jersey Mike's in Charlestown or Jeffersonville, Indiana today for your sub above. First corner of the night here for Briar United FC. High towards the back post. Trying to volley it out of the air was Briar United. Abner trying to be the first one to it, and then he is tackled down by the shoulders and draws the foul.
Excellent defense there by George Abner. Again, showcasing why he deserves to be on the field here tonight and in every match, because he is absolutely all over the place here tonight defensively for the Teal.
Teal trying to figure out who's going to take this free kick. And they'll turn it over to their keeper, Zane Love. Volley out of the air, deep towards the 18 of Briar United, headed down by the back line, and a deep throw in here in the attacking end for SIFC.
And again, Zane Love back in goal for the Teal. Was not with the team to start the fall season. Comes back, Caden Farrar, then dealing with some injuries of his own. Zane Love back in goal here for the Teal. A big body, very athletic keeper. Now, Caden Farrar did a fantastic job while he was in net for this Teal team as well. But if you're the Teal, you are very lucky with the talent that you have at goalkeeper.
Muhammad had it for a moment. Now off the back heel of one of his mates. Here comes the counter coming the other way from Briar United FC. Foul called here against the Teal. Elias McLeod looks to be the guilty party.
Yeah, unlucky on the tackle. Just got too much foot as he was coming through on that tackle. Drew the foul.
We mentioned it a little bit here throughout the night, Brant. Injuries have been the name of the game here for the fall here for SIFC after they were so great in the spring, ripped off 13 wins in a row. A bunch of injuries here in the fall, so to be in this situation with an opportunity to make the U.S. Open Cup for the second straight year is an accomplishment in itself for the Teal.
Yeah, exactly, and to be in a great spot in the UPSL playoffs as well, in that 3 seed spot as of now, and really, considering the injuries, as Coach Vigar said, they've been very optimistic with recovery times for these players as well.
Big time shot there for Briar United FC as they test Zane Love, who got his fingertips on this one, close to being 1-0 for the visitors.
Yeah, great turn in the box here and just lets it rip. Just takes one little touch as he turns, and just unfortunate for Briar United because that was a fantastic opportunity.
So it looks like the call on the field is that Love did not make contact with us and went clean off the bar. So it gives the goal kick here for SIFC, but either way, still a wonderful effort for Zane Love, the keeper. Vocal leader for the team, and you need that, particularly with all the injuries here, and it's good to get an experienced guy back with Farrar going out with an injury a couple of matches ago.
And again, Zane Love, a big-bodied keeper, has a very big wingspan. As everybody at Southern Indiana FC knows, I call him the Flying Zach Eady because of his size, but that wingspan, he's not afraid to come out and win a ball off his line.
Counter coming forward for Briar United FC after having to play a lot of defense early on. They have been very cheeky here offensively the last couple of moments.
Yeah, that was a great switch.
Take it back outside of the 18. Nice initial step, but then a riser sails high off the left foot.
And again, possession-wise, Briar United really starting to pick up the pressure here on the attack against that Teal back line.
Tonight's match presented by Orion Renewable Energy Group. Orion Renewable Energy Group is a proud sponsor of SIFC. Orion puts the sun to work for Indiana families with clean, renewable energy. There's power in the sun, and Orion Renewable Energy Group is developing clean, green energy with new solar projects across southern Indiana. To learn more, go to www.orionrenewables.com. Go team, go solar power in Indiana. Couple of shots per side here through the first almost 17 full minutes here for this final round qualifying match for the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup, which will commence next spring. Briar United in the white, SIFC in the home teal.
Yeah, that was a right idea there by Steve Muhammad to play the ball down the line. Unfortunately, put too much on it heading towards the sideline, but right idea because he had Kellen Clegg sprinting down the side, and that would have been a fantastic ball.
What have you liked from Briar United FC these last couple of moments? Have they been able to switch things up and get a little more dangerous here attacking-wise?
Yeah, they're really starting to control the ball on the flanks, right? And their defensive pressure, their defense is closing a lot faster than they were to start the match on the teal attack, and they're turning over possession a lot faster than they were in the beginning of the match.
So we play in the 18th minute. SIFC has not had a decent scoring opportunity in the last couple of minutes. On the other side, things have looked fairly bright for Briar United FC here on the road, making the trip over from Raleigh, North Carolina. Nice ball through, and Clegg onside. The keeper way out for Briar United. Nobody home, but Clegg hits it on the outside of the netting, and Briar United FC avoids disaster right there.
Yeah, Kellen Clegg, just a beautiful ball here. Beats the keeper, gets it onto his left foot, tries to squeeze it into that near post and just can't get it there. Hits the side netting instead, but another great opportunity there for the teal. The keeper did a fantastic job there coming off his line. He was almost outside the 18 coming off his line, Rick, to cut off that angle for Kellen Clegg, and it paid off for him.
Bele Konzulu there at midfield for SIFC. Wearing number 20 tonight here for the teal. Mohammed able to volley it out of the air up the field to Brown. Back heel flick towards the middle behind the intended target. Briar United coming the other way. They try to go crossfield and intercepted by the teal back line. A back heel flick in pace here to Husseini. Actually made that Dogby, carrying it forward. Now he lays it back here for the teal. McLeod, too far for Elam Dogby. Dogby found at the open tryout about a year or so ago, and then invited to the tryout in New Albany after an open tryout in Cincinnati, and has been a key cog here for SIFC both in the spring season and now here in the fall of 2025.
Good ball in by Dogby. Great switch.
Muhammad lays it down. Bele trying to put it on frame. Abner back towards midfield. SIFC looking to press it forward. Brown was wanting to dump it off to Muhammad. There was a miscommunication, so Brown has to jump on top of it and keep it at his feet.
Yeah, smart job there by Nate Brown, just recollecting and resetting for the teal.
Kramer applying pressure just inside midfield. Husseini. And now McLeod. Rough play near the top of the 18, no whistle. A counter quickly pressing forward for Briar United, able to save it once and twice on the sideline.
Wow, did not think he was going to get there on the sideline. Great hustle there from Briar United on that counterattack. And we've seen it a couple times now here, Rick, on that counterattack, how quickly Briar can get up the pitch.
Been much more aggressive here since about the 10-minute mark on. Turned over, and here comes Briar United FC quickly in their attacking end once again. Muhammad right there to slow down the pace for the visitors. Briar United looking for a foul, and the whistle remains silent from our lead official.
Keeper lucky there. That ball almost bounced up and hit him in the hands.
Played into space, and Briar United unable to keep that one in play. Transform your outdoors with Forever Lawn Kentuckiana. Get a beautiful, low-maintenance lawn all year round with Forever Lawn Kentuckiana. Perfect for homes, businesses, and playgrounds. Visit ForeverLawnKentuckiana.com for your free consultation today. Forever Lawn Kentuckiana, beauty and durability in one. Final round match of qualifying for the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. 16 matches to punch those final 16 spots for next year's Open Cup. Again, 16 clubs have already given the bye into the tournament proper coming up next spring. Abner taking it away, and then he gets whistled for the foul after a Briar United FC player lost his footing.
What I like there from the Teal is how George Abner went forward, and then he may have lost possession, but Bailey came in and filled in that spot, and that's exactly what they're loving from this 3-5-2 play here for the Teal, is that if players are going forward, there are other players that are going to come in and fill in. So until those players track back, which is great.
It seems like this new formation allows the players to kind of morph to whatever they need to, instead of maybe being a little more rigid that the other formation being the 4-3-3 kind of forced them to be in.
Right, they have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to formation, not formation, but when it comes to going up, tracking back, because they know that they have relief on the back end.
Yellow card has been issued here against Briar United FC. And the sports medicine staff will make its way onto the field here to take a look at the injured SIFC player. Get a look at the yellow card replay there at the bottom of your screen.
Yeah, it looks like Dogby took a shot there. Late tackle from Briar United on that play. Easy call for the referee to pull out the yellow card there. Unfortunate for Dogby there taking that hard shot, but good call there by the official.
Tonight's match brought to you by Doghouse. Craving the ultimate gourmet hot dogs, sausages, and burgers? Look no further than Doghouse. Made with top-quality ingredients and served on their signature grilled King's Hawaiian Rolls. Every bite is a game changer. Visit Doghouse today and taste the difference. Check out the full menu at Doghouse. That's DOGHAUS.com. So Dogby popping back up to his feet. Played collegiately at Wilmington College. Having a conversation there with defender Jack Kramer.
Dogby, another fantastic player for this Teal squad. He's so cheeky with the ball at his feet, and just really he can confuse defenders. He's got the speed, he has the athleticism, can create plays, create chaos in the box as well. So Dogby, love to see him jumping back up for the Teal.
Husseini takes the free kick himself and then lays it back across the midline. Kramer, and now Husseini. Clegg with the initial touch. Back out to the flank and then back cutting in. Dogby made one man miss, couldn't get away from the second. Still good work there from Dogby to regain possession, still deep below the 18.
Great control there by Dogby. He had three defenders all over his back. Finally gets some relief from his teammates breaking through.
Into the 18, flicked on and then saved by the Briar United back line, and a wonderful setup there for SIFC to try to get the first tally.
Great opportunity there for the Teal. Break into the box, gets it past the keeper. The keeper is saved by three of his teammates that are there blocking the goal line. Just unlucky for the Teal on that opportunity.
That's twice tonight, Brant, from that left side of the 18 that they've been close to getting that first goal.
Yeah, so close. Just great awareness there from Briar United's defense to clear that ball off the line. The keeper was beat from Southern Indiana FC, and just Briar United breathe a sigh of relief on that one as we have another foul here on the Teal. On a Teal player, I should say, Rick. Sorry.
McLeod able to draw it. A very physical match here through the first 26 minutes and change.
As we expected,
yes.
Knowing what's on the line here tonight, Rick, we knew how physical this match was going to be. and both teams knew coming in how physical they had to be in order to come out on top in this one.
Good to see the SIFC offense get back into its rhythm that we saw through the first 10 minutes or so.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on.
The fans abiding at Green Valley Soccer Complex. But Briar United FC pressing it forward once again. They have flip-flop positions for a couple of their outside backs here in the last couple of moments. As they continue to press forward, and the volley is screamed out to the parking lot.
Yeah, and optimistic there on that Briar United opportunity. Taking it off his chest, taking it off his knee, and then volleying it, and as Zane Love just watches it fly over the goal. But we've seen it a few times now, Rick. Once Briar United gets the ball past that midfield line, they're doing a great job of controlling that ball in that middle third of the field. And really doing a good job of keeping that Teal defense guessing as to where that ball is going to go.
What would you like to see SIFC do to make sure to kind of maybe chomp it up a little bit or make things a little bit more difficult in that section of the field?
Well, and I've seen it a couple of times from our vantage point. Really, it's doing a better job of slowing down that counterattack, because they get into that open space in this middle third, and the Teal have really got to check back and do anything they possibly can to slow down that counter.
Yeah, Briar United really does not take very many steps for them to get the full song for anybody coming up from the midfield.
Right.
McLeod circling away from pressure, leading goal scorer here in the fall season for SIFC with 3 tallies. But it's out off the Teal, and a throw-in here for Briar United FC. McLeod working hard, got a touch on that ball, then sent back up towards midfield with Brown coming back to get it. Laid it too far forward, and that allows Briar United FC to regroup in the defensive end.
Yeah, right idea there by Nate Brown to send it forward, but unfortunately C. Muhammad and Kellen Clegg were just not ready for receiving that pass, but great chance here for the Teal.
McLeod, here's Brown, works back to his right foot, wanted Clegg. SIFC hoping to try to get a handball inside the 18, does not come, as the Briar United defender is able to clear that one away.
And the Briar United defender was really on an island by himself there, so he did the heads-up play right there, and just that was absolutely a handball. Inadvertent, I believe, but it was a handball there on Briar United. But he did everything he could and just cleared the ball out, so a smart heads-up play there from Briar United.
Dogby has it taken away from him. Aggressive tackle from Briar United FC takes out the feet of C.D. Muhammad. You hear the whistle ring out throughout New Albany, and it'll be a nice opportunity on the set piece for SIFC.
And really, it was a tactical foul there from Briar United, as C.D. Muhammad had the space, he had the speed on his defender, and the defender couldn't do anything but foul him at that point. So tactical, it allows your teammates to get back. You draw the foul, you get the free kick, but at the same time, you have numbers back now.
Anything in particular you'd like to see SIFC try to draw up here on this set piece with 15 minutes remaining in our first half?
Create as much chaos as possible in the box, really, Rick. I mean, you've had chances, you've had opportunities. Now it's back to the drawing board. They've practiced these set pieces in training, but really it's create as much chaos as possible.
Elias McLeod, the midfielder, stands over this one. Everybody shifted over towards the backside of the 18. One touch from the Teal, then he flicked away by Briar United. One forward back, and a wonderful touch forward here for the visitors. Headed in towards the 18, volleyed, punched away wonderfully by Zane Love.
Great save there by Zane, but if you're the Teal, you cannot allow Briar United to win that play when there are 2 defenders back for you. There is one Briar United attacker, and he beats both of you on that counterattack. Rips one here. Great save by Zane, but then you draw the foul right outside the 18, giving Briar United another great chance here on the attack.
Like Brant mentioned, foul is going to put Briar United in a wonderful scoring opportunity right here as we inch closer to the 32-minute mark here of the opening half. Love trying to peek around the 5-man wall, headed back by that SIFC wall, back to a Briar United player whose shot goes wide.
Great job defensively there from the Teal. Great wall placement, everything. So luckily for the Teal, nothing comes out of that. But really what shocked me on that one was that two defenders for the Teal, one attacker for Briar United, and the Briar United attacker wins that and gets a great shot on Zane Love. So you cannot have that if you're the Teal. Luckily for the Teal, you come away unscathed, but yeah, you have to be better defensively on that one.
For over 50 years, Martin's Body Shop and Clarksville Collision have been Southern Indiana's top collision repair centers. With certified technicians and locations in New Salisbury, Georgetown, and Clarksville, they'll handle your insurance claims and get you back on the road fast. Choose Martin's Body Shop and Clarksville Collision. Find them online or on Facebook. Foul against Briar United as we play the final quarter hour here of our opening half. Final round of Cup qualifying for the U.S. Open Cup next year. Headed in. Opportunity for SIFC, and does an extra step too far. Looked like Elam Dogby was the one streaking in towards the middle, and just too many steps as he kicks it off the outside of the goal.
Dogby, a beautiful job showcasing his speed and his pace. Unfortunately gets too much as he heads it past the keeper, tries to track it down just too far ahead of him, puts it into the side netting again. Great little streaky chances from this Teal attack, and just can't put it in the back of the net.
How many times, Brandon, have we said tonight, one extra step or so close? It has been, the Teal have been knocking on the door of getting that first tally. The problem, though, is with each passing minute, Briar United starts to find their footing more and more, and they're starting to create more dangerous chances here in the offensive end.
Yeah, and like you said, Briar United is starting to get more confident on the ball. They're getting more confident in their attack. You can see it in their build-up, not only from their back line, but through the midfield as well. And great little touch here from Ceedy.
Muhammad gets behind his defender. Can he get by the second? His cross floating in, and it almost went off the far side crossbar. Volleyed in from near the top of the 18. SIFC trying to hold it in. They do. Up top, Bailey, big first touch, and that denied him a chance to go 1v1 with the keeper from distance.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bailey, I don't think he realized how much space he actually had. Just takes a heavy touch, earns the throw for the Teal, but really blown opportunity there for the Teal, unfortunately.
Kanzulu flicked it in. Another flick from McLeod. Volleyed into the night sky. And then a Teal player, that's Clegg, goes just darting down to the turf under, not on his own fruition. Foul against Briar, and it stays here for the free kick for SIFC.
Yeah, good job there by Jed McLeod drawing the foul.
Pass deflected down. Is Briar United able to almost had a handball there with their defender leaning in, trying to get his shoulder onto it. And they cleared all the way to the other end as Jack Kramer goes for a jog, and he'll deal off to his keeper, Love. Abner didn't feel the pressure behind him. It goes off for the Briar United player, but that's a new little wrinkle that Briar United's thrown out here, able to slide in and get that touch back in their attacking end.
Yeah, really great job there from the Briar United attacker. Sliding in. They called a handball on that one, but really it looked like it went off his face. But for the Teal, you're lucky to get away from that one as well. But again, getting more confident is Briar United on the attack, in the defense as well.
The Briar United player wish it went off of his hand. He would much rather have taken the handball instead of one going off the facial region.
Right off the cheek. That probably did not feel very good.
Cool night in the 50s down here in New Albany this evening. Briar United unable to clear. This is dangerous near their 18 as Clegg's on top of it. Club's all-time leader in goals has been held in check for most of the fall, started to get back to his true form here in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, he did not get the start. Came in probably 50th minute or so and earned a hat trick in that match. So just shows what Kellen Clegg can do with the ball at his feet on the attack, which is so exciting to watch.
Kramer looks ahead and dumps it down the sideline. A cross in for SIFC. They wanted Clegg in the middle. It was off target from him. Kramer tripped up. As play continues. This is where Briar United FC has been dangerous here tonight. This time they're unable to be victorious in a 1v2 opportunity. Love able to send it away from his goal here for SIFC.
And again, the biggest opportunities that we've seen so far here tonight, Rick, for Briar United have come on the counterattack. And we've seen it time and time again where the Teal defense has been kind of caught off guard on those counterattacks, caught on their heels, and they've had to track back as quickly as possible, and they've come away unscathed. I've said that word several times, but really with how quickly they can turn it around, they are lucky to be unscathed.
Love comes off his line. Jumps and snares that one out of the air. Briar United FC working their way back to the defensive end, given away and scooped up by Elias McLeod for SIFC. McLeod dumps it off. Wonderful opportunity for Clay. Goes 1v1 with the keeper, who smothered it up beautifully.
Yeah, keeper comes off his line. Kellen Clegg just can't get it over the top of him. I couldn't tell if Kellen was trying to go around him or if he was just trying to blast it past him, but really great job there by the keeper getting low and collecting the ball away from Kellen Clegg's feet.
Two keepers on the roster for Briar United FC as they put some pressure on here on the SIFC defense are Christopher Gonzalez and John Polino.
What I liked in that sequence before that Kellen Clegg opportunity was the closing speed and the closing pressure from that Teal defense. The defensive players, not only on the defensive line, but in the midfield, earning that ball back. Anytime Briar United was trying to get, those 1-2 passes, anything like that, the Teal defenders were there, and they took the ball away, and that's what helped build that counterattack for the Teal. That's what they need to see more of.
Taking the match to the Apex and keeping the energy high, Apex Music is the official DJ of Southern Indiana FC. From game day hype to unforgettable events, Apex Music delivers top-tier entertainment. Whether you need a DJ for your next party, wedding, or corporate event, they've got you covered. Learn more at apexmusiclou.com. Final 5.5 minutes of regulation time. We'll have a couple of minutes of stoppage time included here at the end of this opening half. Final round of U.S. Open Cup qualifying tonight. The winner moves on to the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup coming up next spring. SIFC played in that Open Cup a year ago. Again, 32 teams make that tournament proper. 16 have already been given buys into tournament proper. The other 16 have to qualify their way in.
Yeah, and it's so much fun to watch. If you've had the chance to watch the Open Cup tournament,
SIFC screaming for a foul inside the box. It does not come.
Yeah, it looked like a hard foul there, just outside or possibly inside the box there for the Teal. But really, the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup is so much fun to watch. Locally, the Indy 11 a couple years ago made it to the semifinal. So really great tournament. It brings so much action between MLS clubs and USL championship clubs and just all the different divisions that get to be involved in it. Like we said, Southern Indiana FC played in the tournament earlier this year, so they had their chance, which was great. So just all around fantastic tournament.
Yeah, that's one of the unique things about that. It's much like the U.S. Open in golf. It doesn't matter how big you are. If you qualify to get into the tournament proper, you are in the show with some heavyweights.
Yeah, absolutely, and really. Unfortunate for the Teal, it was a one and done in the Open Cup this year. But hopefully, if they can get back, they can go farther. But just great to see the smaller clubs go against these MLS squads and get wins and knock some of the bigger guys out.
Muhammad doing some yeoman's work here at midfield, and has his legs taken out from underneath of him. And the foul whistled here against Briar United FC.
Another hard foul here from Briar United. Yeah, absolutely. A very, very hard challenge there from Briar United. As you can hear Coach Vigar talking to the referee, not pleased about that foul.
Quick restart here for Kramer. Another spill, last touched by Briar United. You're ready to see food differently. Outcast Fish and Oyster Bars bringing fresh coastal flavors to southern Indiana. From oysters on the half shell to cocktails that taste like a vacation. Come find out why Outcast is anything but ordinary. Visit ocfishandoyster.com to book your table today. Cocktail that tastes like a vacation. That's fantastic.
That sounds interesting.
I enjoy vacations. Final couple of minutes here of the first half before stoppage time. Nate Brown jogs over to take this free kick from just inside the sideline.
Yeah, Elias McLeod was hanging over the ball there for a minute, Rick, and now it looks like Nate Brown's going to give it a go.
Two-man wall for Briar United FC. Brown able to get it over. This one played with pace. Sent away by the back line for Briar United.
Great turn there by Jed.
Another twirl from McLeod. Couldn't get that extra step to get to the top of the 18. Good work by the Teal to take the ball back and keep it in their attacking end. Dogby with a head of steam. Got through a couple of defenders. Kramer touches it down. One touch into the 18 and just poked away by Briar United.
And this is that pressure from the Teal that we saw early in the match, Rick.
Dogby out of the air and tried to center it. Sent away, still fought for, and a dangerous kick set up high, and the ball bounces out towards the sideline once again. SIFC laying it back. Brown tried to thread the needle, kicked away by the defense.
Yeah, great attack here from the Teal. Great pressure on that Briar United defensive line.
Final minute of regulation or first half time before we add the stoppage time. And does Briar United have one more quick counter in them? It's in the name of the game for them here in this first half.
Good step defensively there for Southern Indiana FC. But really, if you're the Teal, you're like, why has one not gone in yet?
Yeah.
You've had those chances. You've had these great buildups. And hats off to Briar United on that defensive line and goalkeeping as well, keeping the ball out of the back of the net, because the Teal are just absolutely relentless right now on that attacking side.
Teal able to kick it away. And as we've reached the stoppage time here in the first half. Bailey cuts it down. Couldn't keep the ball at his feet. Briar United bringing it up the near side. Pass too far out in front.
And you can hear the bench for Southern Indiana FC yelling, no foul, no foul, no foul. They don't want to give up any easy opportunities there for Briar United as we get close to closing out this first half, Rick.
And in stoppage time here in the first half, both teams have had quality opportunities here so far tonight. Each keeper making one save on the night so far, but a couple other chances have been just an inch here, inch there from putting their team out front. Extended stoppage here is, looks like Muhammad here at the bottom getting some extra hydration. Cleggs come all the way back near midfield, try to help out on that throw. And the long pass intended for Elam Dogby is out of play. And now Briar United FC trying to fight the clock here in this first half in stoppage time. Good challenge there from Kanzulu. And that'll do it for our first half of play. 0-0 after an opening 45 minutes in the final round of qualifying for the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Either Briar United FC or Southern Indiana FC is going to the tournament proper coming up next spring. And we are scoreless after one half of play here on the ISC Sports Network.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Ready to transform your health game? Let me introduce you to Jeff City Mix. Imagine delicious boosted teas that energize your day. And meal replacement shakes that actually taste amazing. I mean, who knew healthy could be so tasty, right? Whether you're juggling a busy schedule or just need that extra push, Jeff City Mix has got your back with one-on-one coaching tailored just for you. So if you're ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle, don't wait. Come visit us at 2903 East 10th Street in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Jeff City Mix and Instagram at jeffcity.mix. We can't wait to serve you, and be sure to ask us about our 5-day challenge. And we will see you soon at Jeff City Mix.
And that'll volley, oh my goodness, what a touch for the goal. Kept though by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness, give it to him. Rolls through the lane and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
45 minutes in the books for this final round of qualifying for the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. At the break, Briar United FC and Southern Indiana FC scoreless. In our first 45 minutes were exciting and kind of tilted. 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, kind of seesawed back and forth, whoever had the possession. Both teams creating good opportunities. Thoughts on the first 45?
Yeah, like you said, Rick, it was very streaky from both sides, where very back and forth, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. But really, the biggest opportunities for Briar United came on those counterattacks. They had great chances. They had another great opportunity off a free kick later in the first half. But really, the Teal piling on the pressure there towards the end of the first half. And that's what we've kind of expected from the Teal this season, is that attacking pressure. And when it came to the middle of that first half, Briar United was great defensively. We saw a little bit more of a breakdown from Briar United on that defensive side later in that first half, giving the Teal those opportunities. Unfortunately for the Teal, they couldn't put one in the back of the net, and we're 0-0 at half.
For SIFC, they lead their conference in scoring at 40 goals here in the regular campaign. We mentioned how Briar United's a much different team here in Open Cup qualifying than they have been in the regular year. We've seen the offense for SIFCs flex their muscles. The problem for them, a couple of those scoring opportunities, they were a step too far close to the goal, and they banged them off the outside of the netting. Any changes you'd like to see for SIFC, make maybe a tweak here and there? Because I don't think you need to make an overarching change, maybe just a tweak.
Well, biggest thing is when you're going to control the ball, try not to take such a heavy touch. I know that if it's played with pace, it's easier said than done, right? Not to take a heavier touch, but really when you're receiving that ball and you're going towards the goal, either take one less step and give it a rip, or just try not to take such a heavy touch, and that's what we saw multiple times from the Teal in those scoring opportunities. So really, they're getting the build-up, they're getting the possession to the flanks. In the middle of that attacking third, they're getting those chances, they're creating great opportunities, getting great passes between themselves, but really just not being able to either get it on frame or they're losing possession of it before they can.
We mentioned a couple of times in the first half, Southern Indiana FC made this past spring's Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup 0-0 here at the half. How important is that experience, knowing what it takes to get to tournament proper, can help them here in the second half tonight?
Well, and we've seen it a couple times during the regular season, too, for UPSL, right? Obviously, the U.S. Open Cup is massive. They have that experience. They played a great team to qualify for the U.S. Open Cup this spring, last fall to get in. And so they had a nice win last fall to get into this spring's tournament. But really utilizing that experience, knowing, hey, we know how to close these matches out. We know what we have to do. We have the attack. We have the pressure. We know what we can do inside the box once we get those chances. Now it's just capitalizing.
We'll take a break, come back with more coverage here of the final round of U.S. Open Cup qualifying. Briar United FC and Southern Indiana FC 0-0 after 45 minutes here on the ISC Sports Network.
Medical sponsor for SIFC, providing medical care in
Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually, the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And, Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds, talking Colts,
Hardly
Pacers, Indiana sports, every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Ready to transform your health game? Let me introduce you to Jeff City Mix. Imagine delicious boosted teas that energize your day. And meal replacement shakes that actually taste amazing. I mean, who knew healthy could be so tasty, right? Whether you're juggling a busy schedule or just need that extra push, Jeff City Mix has got your back with one-on-one coaching tailored just for you. So if you're ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle, don't wait. Come visit us at 2903 East 10th Street in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Jeff City Mix and Instagram at jeffcity.mix. We can't wait to serve you, and be sure to ask us about our 5-day challenge. And we will see you soon at Jeff City Mix.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
45 minutes in the books here from New Albany, SIFC and Briar United FC. Scoreless after 45 minutes. Let's take a look at our highlights here from the first half of play for this final round of U.S. Open Cup qualifying here tonight. One of 16 matches going on across the U.S. here this evening. Only corner kick for SIFC right here. Good job on the bicycle kick attempt by the Teal. Just a little close from being right in the back of the net.
Yeah, great bending ball in. Nice little flick there. Then here's another opportunity. That was probably Briar United's biggest chance right there. That shot just from inside the 18. And Kellen Clegg here just gets past the keeper but puts it right in the side netting. Tried to squeeze it into that near post and just couldn't get it past. And then great heads-up awareness there from Briar United defensively. Keeper was beat. They did everything they could to clear it off the line there.
A lot of chances for SIFC, but this might have been a tasty one here for Briar United. 2 men back and then flicked forward and then just a little bit off target, but enough as that one was curling away. Zane Love able to keep it scoreless.
Yeah, and just a breakdown defensively there for the Teal. Briar United put on the spin cycle, almost get one, and then Elam Dogby just a little too much on the header, has to track it down, can't get it. Keeper comes off his line here, collects off Kellen Clegg's foot. Just so many chances here for the Teal and Briar United as well.
One yellow card in that opening half and went against Briar United FC. Took down Elam Dogby. He was slow to get back up to his feet, and it was surprising we only had one yellow card with how physical that first 45 minutes were.
Yeah, and again, Rick, we talked about it earlier in the first half. We knew that it was going to be a physical match. Briar United may have gotten away with a couple hard fouls that probably should have been yellow cards. The Teal have had some hard fouls themselves, but at the same time, we knew exactly how physical this match was going to be between these two sides, knowing exactly what's on the line here tonight. I mean, really, Briar United fighting for their season right now. They didn't qualify for the playoffs in UPSL. The Teal have a match on December 6th or 7th, really, for their UPSL playoffs. So Briar United really fighting for their season tonight, and to get into the U.S. Open Cup would be pretty awesome to save your season.
Two hungry teams trying to extend their postseasons here as we get ready for the second half. Coming up next here on the ISC Sports Network. I guess not extending it, I guess adding to it.
Hey there, my name is Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we are part of, actually the entirety of, at least from an on-air standpoint, Query and Schultz on the ISC Sports Network. It's appropriately named. It's charitably award-winning. And Derek, now we venture into season number 5. Hard to believe.
5 of them. 5 of them. Can you believe it? 2 best buds talking Colts, Pacers, Indiana sports every Tuesday night, 7:30, ISC Sports Network, and on socials as well.
It is made possible, of course, by the people who watch and listen every single week. We are most appreciative. We look forward to season number 5.
Ready to transform your health game? Let me introduce you to Jeff City Mix. Imagine delicious boosted teas that energize your day. And meal replacement shakes that actually taste amazing. I mean, who knew healthy could be so tasty, right? Whether you're juggling a busy schedule or just need that extra push, Jeff City Mix has got your back with one-on-one coaching tailored just for you. So if you're ready to kickstart your journey to a healthier lifestyle, don't wait. Come visit us at 2903 East 10th Street in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Be sure to follow us on Facebook at Jeff City Mix and Instagram at jeffcity.mix. We can't wait to serve you, and be sure to ask us about our 5-day challenge. And we will see you soon at Jeff City Mix.
And little volley, oh my goodness. What a touch for the goal. Jumped over by Lawrence North, and they'll score on it. Oh my goodness. Give it to him. Rolls through the lane, and he knocks him. Oh my goodness.
First half shots, 6 in favor of SIFC, 4 for Briar United. SIFC 1 shot on goal, a couple and 1 as well for Briar United FC. Is a pretty even first 45 minutes. Both teams making their way back onto the field as we get ready for the second half of play. Rick Johnston, Brant McCoskey here with you. And you mentioned it in our last segment, Brant. Briar United playing for their postseason lives. They have not qualified for the UPSL tournament coming out of the Mid-Atlantic North Conference. SIFC has, but they would like to add a couple dates to their calendar already in 2026 to go back to the U.S. Open Cup for the second year in a row.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they've had the taste of what it's like to play in the U.S. Open Cup. And, you know, we spoke with Coach Vigar yesterday, and he was super pumped to be coaching in the U.S. Open Cup. So to get back for the Teal would be absolutely massive. Yes, like you said, the Teal have a playoff date set for a couple weeks from now, but they would love to go ahead and set some dates for early 2026 for sure.
First 45 minutes very physical, each team with a couple of good scoring opportunities, and we'll see what our second half has in store for us here tonight from the Green Valley Soccer Complex.
Briar United FC, powered by River City Mortgage. Rates are down. Get your quote at RC Home Loans.
I'd remind you that tonight's broadcast presented by River City Mortgage. Southern Indiana FC Soccer is presented by River City Mortgage. Your dream, our commitment.
And Rick, before we start this second half, a big shout out to Nick Hunter's kids. They had, one had a birthday, and then the other has a birthday coming up. Dean Hunter, his son, is turning 14, so happy 14th birthday, Dean. And then on Tuesday this week, Emma Hunter is turning the big 1-8, turning 18 on Tuesday. So happy birthday to Dean and Emma Hunter, owner Nick Hunter's kids, so of Southern Indiana FC. They've been around the club. They've been volunteering around the club, and just happy birthday to both of them.
Fun time for the Hunter family. They're trying to celebrate those birthdays with a ticket punch to the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. A victory here tonight would do that here for SIFC. As we mentioned, Briar United a much better showing here in their Open Cup qualifying matches. They didn't have to play in the first round. Their third round match they won in penalties, 5-4, after finishing that match tied at 1. So as you look ahead, again, we have 45 minutes of soccer left to play. Briar United does have that cup qualifying PK experience if it would come to that here after the next 45 minutes.
Right, and really it's the, that extra time, that attrition on the body that they've had that experience with, and we know the Teal have some injuries that are plaguing them right now as well. So really, you play the full 45 that we have left, plus you have 2 15-minute overtime periods. If nobody scores after that, then you go straight into PKs. Briar has that experience so far, whereas the Teal don't have that experience yet. So it'll be interesting to see if it goes that far, Rick.
Should be a fun 45 minutes coming up here between SIFC in the Teal uniforms as per usual. Briar United FC in the road whites here tonight as we're waiting for Briar United to come back out here for the second half. If you're just joining us here at halftime, we're not given the jersey numbers for Briar United FC, so if you're wondering why we're talking about in generalities about them and not naming their players, that is not intentional. Just don't have the jersey numbers for Briar United FC, so that's why we're talking about in their team in generalities instead of with specific identification for the first and last names. Opening kick of half number 2 belongs to Briar United FC. Eerily quiet down in New Albany as we get ready for the second half. The whistle rings out, and 45 minutes to figure out who will punch their ticket to the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup coming up next spring. Dogby and SIFC turned over near the midfield stripe. It's Briar United trying to hold it in. Last touch by the visitors, and a throw in here for the Teal in their defensive end.
Yeah, my word for the Teal this half is going to be pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure on the attack, pressure defensively as well, suffocating pressure defensively, not making any mistakes on that back line if you're the Teal, just playing cool, calm, collected, under pressure yourselves. So, yeah, biggest thing for the Teal is going to be pressure on the attack and pressure defensively.
Throw in here for Briar United FC. Volleyed into the 18. One of the Teal defenders looked into the lights and lost it. Last touched by the Teal. And here's an early corner just over a minute in here to half number 2 for Briar United FC. Each team had one corner in the first half. To the back post. Trying to slice that one out of the air was Briar United FC, and the Teal able to clear here for the moment.
Yeah, good job there by Dogby to clear it off at the penalty spot. The ball was just kind of bouncing around in the air, and Dogby got a foot to it to clear it out.
Counter coming the other way for the Teal. Heavy touch. Muhammad trying to use his speed as he races up the far side and just couldn't get that final turn around the defender. Here comes Briar United the other way.
Yeah, an incredible showcase of speed and athleticism there by Sidi Muhammad to track that ball down on the far side. That was incredible to watch.
Pinballed around, and it pops free with a handball, inadvertent. And a quick free kick, as you can hear the coaching staff for SIFC tell them to put the ball down and go. Husseini Long pass, able to find its target. That was Jed McLeod in the middle of the field. McLeod again. Backheel flick into space. Shot was blocked near the top of the 18. Brown trying to turn as he draws the eyes of 3 defenders.
Yeah, Dogby just trying to look for some support here. He's got 3 defenders on him.
Was able to get through the third. The 4th one comes in and cuts down that cross. Kramer races, slide tackle. Staying here with Briar United FC.
Yeah, great tackle there by Kramer. Gets all ball on that one. The attacker from Briar United did take a heavy fall, but that was absolutely all ball there from Mr. Kramer.
Kramer, addition to the team a year ago. He's been applauded for his high soccer IQ, but also his great sense of humor off the field as well.
Jack Kramer. Yes, he can joke around, but he is absolutely solid for this Teal team on that back line. Great tackle there from Jack Kramer. You talk about that high soccer IQ. Very heads-up play there from Jack Kramer. Knew exactly where to go in for the ball without drawing the foul. Great play there from Kramer.
Brown ran into some traffic. McLeod wanted Muhammad. McLeod lost it. Teal able to get it back as McLeod makes a run to the corner. Forced out of bounds. He got tangled up with a defender. Then that's a couple words for him as Briar United FC gets ready for the throw.
Yeah, unfortunate for McLeod there. Just another heavy touch like we talked about during the halftime segment, Rick, was just trying to avoid those heavy touches when earning that possession. Great defense there by Briar United to force that heavy touch. But again, the Teal putting on the pressure here.
Teal trying to hold that one in, could not. Little bump from behind there from Elias McLeod, and a challenge and a foul on the tackle there from Bele Kanzulu. Tonight's match presented by Soccer Post. Attention soccer fans, Soccer Post Clarksville is your go-to store for top quality gear, offering an extensive selection of apparel, footwear, and accessories from all your favorite brands. Locally owned and conveniently located off I-65, we're here to support players, coaches, and teams. Visit us today or shop online at soccerpostclarksville.com.
Yeah, Salati Husseini does a great job there drawing the foul on Briar United, just using his big frame to draw that foul.
Briar United unable to clear that one clean. Good read there from Elam Dogby to have that one go out, and a quick throw in here to McLeod. Touched it down. Great recovery there by the Briar United defender. Scrum on the sideline. Slipping in was Bele, but then he had the ball go across the sideline. Good effort there from Kanzulu.
Yeah, great effort there by Bele, trying to keep that ball in bounds. Unfortunately, got there just a split second too late, trying to keep that ball in bounds. Great one touch there by Dogby.
Jed McLeod came out of that scrum, checking his face a little bit. That ball now the property of the parking lot or down the very small hill.
Yeah, the Teal tried to play the ball forward to Kellen Clegg, but he knew he was in an offside position, unfortunately, so he couldn't do anything with it once they tried to pass the ball to him, and ball trickled out of bounds for a goal kick here.
Briar United FC trying to get an early shot here as we're about almost 7 full minutes played here in the second half. Winner moves on to the U.S. Open Cup coming up in the spring of 2026. Clegg was right there, but it couldn't make the play in time, and a throw up coming for Briar United.
Great step by Jed.
McLeod winning it back here for the Teal. Clegg spinning, and able to draw a whistle there, but he was in a bunch of trouble with about 3 or 4 defenders surrounding him. Too quick of a restart here for SIFC as Dogby was streaking up the side.
Yeah, too quick on that one, unfortunately, because Dogby had so much space on that near side. Then a bad giveaway there for the Teal on the attack.
Husseini lost it all the way back. First time we've seen Zane Love get his hands, have the ball and come anywhere near him, and a whistle blows. Getting play's been stopped back on the other end of the field. Taste the difference at Jersey Mike's. From the classic Italian to the flavorful Philly cheesesteak, every sub is packed with bold, delicious taste. Stop by Jersey Mike's in Charlestown or Jeffersonville, Indiana today. Your sub above.
Looks like we have a drop ball situation here for the Teal.
We can hear from the crowd mics, it sounds like there might have been a head injury of some sort. You can see Husseini there at the bottom of your screen trying to check, make sure everything's okay on the face. He'll stay in, and that's a good sign here for the 6-foot defender. Far sideline here for Briar United. Turned away, and here comes an opportunity for the Teal. Muhammad with that great speed. Ball played too far in front of him, too heavy. And an opportunity goes to the wayside here for SIFC.
Yeah, unfortunate blown opportunity there for the Teal. They had numbers forward just on the attack. Ball played behind the attack and trickles out of bounds and a turnover. And looks like we have a foul here on the Teal as well.
Seen a lot more scrums and a lot more players getting tangled up here in the first almost 10 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, we know this is going to be a physical second half. Knowing that we're 0-0, knowing what's on the line, Rick, it's going to be chippy. It's going to be physical, but cooler heads do prevail, and I think coach is telling that to his players as well.
Free kick sent towards the top of the 18. Bailey able to clear it away. Turned over, though, by the Teal, and Briar United good with a short counter already in their attacking end. This is where they found success back in the first half. Briar United had a man deep. Cross was cut off there by the Teal. Brown coming back to his defensive end, able to win the ball and give it off to Bailey. Here's Jed McLeod. Long pass. Will it curl in? No, as Dogby had to stay onside.
Yeah, Dogby had a decision to make there. Do I trek towards the ball, or do I try to position myself to possibly win the ball back on the defensive side for the Teal?
Elias McLeod forward, and a hard tackle. And a yellow card has been issued here against Briar United FC.
Yeah, very, very hard tackle on Nate Brown.
Yep.
Slide comes in from behind, just clips him, and that is a very, very dangerous challenge. We've seen a couple of those, not only in the first half, but here so far here in the second half, Rick. And players have to be careful when you're attacking the lower part of the leg. You see so many injuries coming from those tackles. You have got to be careful when you're going after those players' ankles.
As an attacking player, how would you try to prepare yourself knowing, hey, first a little over almost 12 minutes of the second half, intensity, physicality has been ramped up a bit since the first half. If you're an attacking player, whether a forward, a striker, or a midfielder, how do you try to make sure that you kind of prepare yourself that knowing there might be a little more pressure coming to you from the weak side?
Your senses are up. That's for sure. You're really your senses are up when you receive the ball. You know the pressure's coming. You know the contact is probably going to come as well. You really just kind of brace for it, knowing that, hey, I'm the one with the ball. They're coming after me. So you have to brace for it. You have to be mentally prepared for it, and try to, like I said, brace for it so you can avoid injury as well.
Cross for Briar United. Still scoreless here, almost 13 minutes in. Nice takeaway near the top of the 18. Flicked, but right to the hands of Love for his second save.
Yeah, great chance there for Briar United. Little slip up there for the Teal defensively. They win the ball right outside the 18, get a nice shot on it, but Zane Love in the right spot to collect on that one.
An aggressive tackle after the whistle, and here comes a dangerous set piece for Briar United FC.
And just like we saw with the Teal, they had their opportunities. Briar United starting to build up a little bit more here in these last couple segments here, Rick. That attack is starting to get a little bit more confident for Briar.
Eerily similar to the first half. First 10 to 12 minutes for SIFC, then the next 10 to 12 minutes was Briar United, then it went SIFC, and then one final flurry for Briar United back in the first 45.
And in the first half, we saw both teams do a really good job of holding their ground in those spurts of when the opposing team was on that run.
Second straight save here for Love. He was throwing his water bottle away right when the whistle blew, so he had to jump back quick to get in line and get on the line. And the overrun by Briar United, and got the wall moving, but right to the mitts of Love. But again, SIFC struggling to get the ball deep in their attacking end. Pass sent through. Nice recovery here from Kramer to use that wide frame to sidestep and cut off the running striker for Briar United.
Yeah, good recovery from Kramer. He thought the Briar attack was offside, but he got back quickly as Dogby has space here.
Pressing forward for either Brown or Clegg. Couldn't find either of them. As Jed McLeod able to hold it in.
And very smart there from McLeod to reset for the Teal, get his players forward.
Dogby curled it forward. Wanted Clegg. It was off target. Dogby pressing forward. That's Elias McLeod with those highlighter yellow cleats. E. McLeod sweeping forward. Husseini almost taken down from behind. Runs through two different challenges with his off foot. Goes to the far side, onside or the Teal. Bluffing once, shooting and rising and sending it to the parking lot.
Great job there by Husseini, controlling the ball in the midfield, the attacking in that middle third, and then gets it. Beautiful switch to Sidi Muhammad on the outside. Sidi just puts way too much air underneath it, couldn't get over it in time. Another opportunity gone to the wayside for the Teal.
Orion Renewable Energy Group is a proud sponsor of SIFC. As Daniel Nkuraziza in for the first time here for SIFC. Orion Renewable Energy Group is a proud sponsor of SIFC. Orion puts the sun to work for Indiana families with clean, renewable energy. There's power in the sun, and Orion Renewable Energy Group is developing clean, green energy with new solar projects across southern Indiana. To learn more, go to www.orionrenewables.com. Go team, go solar power in Indiana. Nkuraziza coming off the bench, the first sub of the night for either team. Muhammad chucked down to the turf, and here comes Briar United. That counter short-lived thanks to Elias McLeod. Dogby lost his footing as he tried to box his defender away from the ball.
Yeah, that was almost a fantastic opportunity there for Dogby. Unfortunately, he lost his footing, but he had a great turn, great box out there against the defense. When it comes to Daniel Nkuraziza is a fantastic player. The last home match we were at for this Teal squad, he had a hat trick, and he is just absolutely electric with the ball at his feet. He's got that tall frame, those long legs. He gets that big stride going down the field. He's hard to stop. So great asset on the attack for the Teal.
Good work here for SIFC. Smart play by Dogby Gets the deflection off a defender as Nathan Brown walks down the small hill and gets ready for the second corner of the night here for the Teal, their first one here of the second half.
And you can tell Nate Brown kind of taking an opportunity to catch his breath as he's going down to grab the ball and get prepared for this corner kick, just really kind of taking his time, letting his players set up in the box.
And a whistle off ball. Maybe a little too much jostling going on there inside the box.
You have some players getting a talking to there from the referee inside the box. Rightfully so, right?
It is par for the course here in the second half so far. Brown stands over this one. A high-end swinger towards the back post. A couple Teal players soaring through the air, but it's going to go back to Briar United.
Yeah, a couple players from Southern Indiana go flying through here. It looks like because looks like it was Muhammad that came through. Salati Husseini that came through and made contact with the keeper. So as soon as he made contact with the keeper, it was going the other way.
Might be having some more subs here in the second half as you get a look at Inker and Cizo. And a couple subs coming in for Briar United, their first subs here of the night. But some miscommunication between the Briar United players on the field and trying to get that message relayed in from the sideline. You hear the frustration spilling over from the SIFC sideline.
Yeah, the Teal looking for a bit of a delay of game call there on Briar United.
McLeod. Forward here to Dogby. Dogby gets it back, but a heavy touch towards the middle, and that's only where Briar United players were standing.
Yeah, I believe Dogby knew that pass was coming to him, but it's like he had his eyes already set on moving the ball forward, didn't control the pass as it came through. Unfortunate there for the Teal because that would have been a fantastic give and go.
Out off of Briar United. It's going to stick here with SIFC. Dogby looked to lose his footing there, able to get it back. Brown all the way back out near midfield. Muhammad laid back, Brown shot and saved by the Briar United keeper, his second save of the night.
Great build-up, great build-up there from the Teal. And Kellen Clegg doing a little trick here, just gets it beautifully back to Nate Brown, who flicks it on. And unfortunate there for Southern Indiana FC, but another fantastic opportunity. And really, as time starts to kind of dwindle a little bit here, Rick, those opportunities, you can't get frustrated if you're an attack, if you're on the attack side, because once that frustration kicks in, you completely get out of your own way, and it's not okay.
Second corner of the half for the Teal. To the back post, headed down, and Jed McLeod saying it went in.
Yeah, multiple players from Southern Indiana FC were either screaming that it was in or screaming for a handball in front of the net, and nothing doing from the official.
A lot of traffic out there near the line.
It was a great turn from Kellen Clegg, just not as well played on the pass going towards the box.
Pass into space, that's an easy read for Dogby. Opportunities have been continuing to mount here for SIFC in the second half, trying to break our scoreless deadlock. Throw in here for Salati Husseini.
Great long throw there. As we look back at the possible goal, McLeod does a great job getting up in the air, and I can't see where that ball is. It looks like that ball may have been over the line right there.
Yep.
That may have been a goal. Great work there by Sean Walker, our producer here tonight, just getting that shot for us. That may have been a goal there for the Teal.
That's been the story of the night, though, for the Teals. So close, but not able to get that ball to the back of the net. And here's the other story. Officially punched it in, right. Here's the story for Briar United. They have been so quick on these counters. And if a yellow card issued here against Elias McLeod, it looks like for SIFC. But for Briar United, they go from midfield to the next 20 yards. They're as quick as a hiccup, and then they got the Teal defense on their heels.
Yeah, it looks like looks like that yellow card went to Briar United.
Oh, excuse me.
Rick, yeah, it looked like, believe that was Sidi Muhammad that was taken out from the Briar United defender. Another late tackle there from Briar United, and they're starting to rack up.
Yeah. Has been an aggressive second half here so far. The Teal have been able to stand their ground and not lose their cool.
That's Captain McLeod is talking to the center official right now, giving him his opinion on some of these calls or no calls here tonight. He is wearing the captain's armband, so he is allowed to approach the center official. But yeah, he's definitely letting his opinion be known.
Husseini into space, too far as he tried to connect with Dogby.
Yeah, Husseini kind of did what he could on possession there because he had an attacker all over him. Unfortunately, he played it out of bounds, but better than the alternative.
The Clouds were both around it, but Briar United comes out of there with it.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there from the brothers McLeod on that one.
Love's made a couple of saves here in this second half to bump his total up to 3 after a stellar one in the first half to keep our match at 0-0. In the middle, McLeod can't get away from that defender in front, and he gets bulldozed through. Brown able to hold it off, and now deals off to Nkurinsia. Muhammad, an extra step. He got tangled up, and then he collides with the defender.
Yeah, it looks like Muhammad is going to be on the receiving end of a yellow card here in his own attacking box as he went in to collect on the attack. He got more Briar United defender than he did ball there. And referee doing everything he can to keep everything under control in this match as it's starting to get a little chippy out there, Rick.
Yeah, Nkurinsia, was the one that started that play fresh off the bench here for SIFC. But the intensity has been ratcheted up here a couple of notches, particularly the last couple of minutes. Here's we look down the final 20 minutes of regulation time here from New Albany. E. McLeod comes back to win it, got tied up, able to pop free and back to his feet. Lollipop to the far side and into the seats. Free admission for tonight's match for everyone coming out, and free swag for the first 150 fans that came through the turnstile tonight at Green Valley Soccer Complex.
And I absolutely love that. I love what game day operations and what this organization has done, not only during the UPSL regular season, but for this Open Cup match as well. Just shout out to everyone involved for Southern Indiana FC.
Briar United's cross blocked. Muhammad turns. He tried to clear, but to play it off the backside of a Briar United player. And he keeps possession here with SIFC. Exactly. Transform your outdoors with Forever Lawn Kentuckiana. Get beautiful, low-maintenance lawn all year round with Forever Lawn Kentuckiana. perfect for homes, businesses, and playgrounds. Visit ForeverLawnKentuckiana.com for your free consultation today. Forever Lawn Kentuckiana, beauty and durability in one.
Yeah, big shout out to Tim Hoy, the co-owner of SIFC, Jessica Miller-Koopman, just their dedication to SIFC. That they work so hard behind the scenes, game day operations, everything. So big shout out to those two.
The home club trying to get back to the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup for the second straight year. They made it this past spring, and a win tonight will send them in with one of the 16 qualifying spots out of the 32-team field. The other half already get the buys into the tournament proper next spring. Those are your bigger clubs from different leagues around the country. Dogby fighting, spinning, trying to stay on his feet. He's got a little bit of space as he pops in towards the goal, and a diving save by one of the backline players for Briar United. Volleyed in, and the Teal strike. Clegg right in the heart of it, and the Teal take a 1-0 lead.
Kellen the leg, Clegg doing what he does best, smashing it home off the volley. It's 1-0 Teal as they're one step closer to qualify for the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. My goodness, Kellen Clegg, what a strike.
Third goal of the year for the club's all-time goal-scoring leader. And the Teal had come close so many times, and they're finally able to break through. The initial play from Dogby, and then that ball bounces right back to Clegg, who was Johnny on the spot to finish here in the 74th minute.
And like you said, Rick, you have to give love to Dogby because he stayed with that play as he is getting pulled from behind by two separate defenders. And just Dogby right here thought he had the goal. Great defending there. And then McLeod sends it across the box, and Kellen Clegg just smashes it home. Nothing the keeper could do but watch it sail by, and it's 1-0 Teal.
And after conceding some early goals here early in the last couple of matches for SIFC, they're able to strike here in the 74th minute. And now can you apply a little bit more pressure here and try to get that extra goal clearance to kind of breathe a little bit easier here, since you know how good Briar United is at the counterattacks here tonight?
Yeah, you cannot give up any more counterattacks to this Briar United squad, Rick, because we've seen multiple times here tonight how quickly they can get into the attack. So really limit those mistakes in the central field in that attacking mid, because really we've seen Briar United get on it super fast. So keep your foot on the gas if you're the Teal, but limit those mistakes in the midfield.
Muhammad dancing as draws the eyes of three different defenders as he tries to cross from the far corner. Wraps it around. Clegg dives forward and tried to curl it around another defender as he had Incurrenciza standing behind him. Much different pressure here from Briar United, not more of the physical variety. So they're trying to press it upfield and use some of their speed for the final 15 minutes and change.
Well, now they know they have to put one in the back of the net. They are down a goal. So, again, like you said, Rick, a different kind of pressure, but really trying to do everything they can to limit those mistakes at the back, because they don't want to see the Teal put another one in the back of the net.
Physical play on the sideline. As a Teal player shoved down from behind, draws the foul against Briar United. Craving the ultimate gourmet hot dogs, sausages, and burgers? Look no further than Doghouse, made with top-quality ingredients and served on their signature grilled King's Hawaiian Rolls. Every bite is a game changer. Visit Doghouse today and taste the difference. Check out the full menu at doghaus.com. And a card has come out here against SIFC, and the cards and fouls are becoming hot and heavy here in the second half.
Yeah, it looked like Elias McLeod there being shown the yellow card on that foul. Hard tackle coming in. This is absolutely going to be a very interesting last 13 minutes here, Rick.
As Brant mentioned accurately back in the first half, Briar United with their 2-2-6 overall record, 2 wins, 2 draws, 6 losses, has not qualified for the fall UPSL tournament. Southern Indiana has, third in the Kentucky-Tennessee Conference. So Briar United trying to extend their fall season into the early spring and get some postseason life. Southern Indiana trying to double up with a postseason trip.
Yeah, really, and we've seen from Briar United, they are a talented squad. We've seen it clearly. They've made it this far in the Open Cup qualifying. Unfortunately, not having the season they wanted on the UPSL side, but really, they are a talented squad. We've seen it here tonight. Just for them, they would love to extend their season. As another hard foul here from Briar United, another yellow card being shown.
It looked like Kellen Clegg was the one that took the worst of it there. Got shoved from behind, got tripped up at the leg, and then landed in to the shoulder or the upper body region of a Briar United defender. So unfortunate double whammy there for the goal scorer Kellen Clegg tonight.
And again, the referee, the center official, doing everything he can to keep everything under control, as Kellen Clegg pretty wobbly as he gets back to the center scrum there, as I believe Nate Brown's going to be sending this one in.
Yep, does look like it's 10 and teal. And you can see our center referee trying to talk to the rest of the players that are all situated on that far side corner. He knows kind of what the situation is and kind of the aggressiveness here in the balance. Up top, Dogby lets her rip, but he bends it wide.
Oh, Dogby, great chance here. Ball takes a deflection as it was attempted to be cleared out. Great ball in by Nate Brown. Yeah, Briar gets a foot on it, and Dogby has so much time, just sends it wide. Good opportunity there for the Teal.
For over 50 years, Martin's Body Shop and Clarksville Collision have been Southern Indiana's top collision repair centers. With certified technicians in location in New Salisbury, Georgetown, and Clarksville, they'll handle your insurance claims and get you back on the road fast. Choose Martin's Body Shop and Clarksville Collision. Find them online or on Facebook. More offensive pressure here from the Teal. Clegg sweeping it back to his right foot. One goal tonight, right edge of the 18 towards the middle, headed on, and another top-notch save from the Briar United keeper with Daniel Incurrenciza right out on the doorstep.
Great cheeky play there from Kellen Clegg. Gets it to the outside of the box, hits it with his right foot. Daniel Incurrenciza, using his big frame, goes up, climbs the ladder for it. Just great goalkeeping there from Briar United FC, and a great chance here on another corner kick for the Teal.
Corners have been heavy in favor of the Teal here in this second half. Their third one after resets, their fourth overall. We'll see if Brown elects to take a little bit more time here on this opportunity. Outswinger, traffic in front. Popped free outside of the 18. As Husseini turns and looks to go to the corner. Carries into the 18. A foul is called, and this will be a penalty kick opportunity here for Southern Indiana FC.
Great effort by Salati Husseini. Does a great job, turns the ball into the box. Defender has no choice because he knew he was beat. Great job here. He's already got his arms wrapped around Husseini and just takes him down. That's an American football tackle there, Rick. That is absolutely an easy call for the referee, and points to the spot. Looks like Nate Brown is going to be standing over this one, but a great chance to make it 2-0 here for the Teal.
So the final 10 minutes here for the Teal. Nate Brown with an opportunity to give the Teal some much-needed breathing room.
Low to the corner with pace, Rick. I say it every time. Low to the corner with pace. Bury it into the corner. Make it 2-0 here.
Have you trademarked that yet? Is that in the works?
I'm working on it.
That's good.
I probably should.
I can see the T-shirts now.
Kurt Darling just laughs at me every time I say it, so there's that.
Dogby starting to creep up to the top of the 18, but Brown to take this PK and give the Teal some much-needed breathing room. Brown off speed, but still buries it, has a couple of words for the Briar United keeper, and it's 2-0 Teal.
Yeah, great walk up there from Nate Brown. Does a fantastic job. It's the slow walk up that throws the keeper off. and he buries it into the right corner of the net. This little hesitation right there, and then he just slowly takes it, hits it with pace, right to the corner. 2-0 Teal. Nate Brown goes and celebrates with the kids.
A little bit of pushing going on after that goal, but the Teal, with 7 minutes left in regulation time, and then obviously stoppage time will be added with the physicality we've had, the multiple cards, the PK opportunity there as well. So we'll have more than 7 minutes obviously here, but the 2-0 advantage for the Teal. Big time here for Southern Indiana FC trying to make the U.S. Open Cup.
Looks like Dogby has been subbed off here for the Teal, and it looks like Sully Akuchi.
Pierre is in.
Yeah, Sully Akuchi Pierre is in. So Dogby, fantastic match. Helped create that goal-scoring opportunity. The first goal-scoring opportunity for the Teal, just all over the pitch tonight. Great match for Mr. Dogby.
Sub coming in there for Briar United as well. Taking the match to the Apex and keeping the energy high, Apex Music is the official DJ of Southern Indiana FC. From game day hype to unforgettable events, Apex Music delivers top-tier entertainment. Whether you need a DJ for your next party, wedding, or corporate event, they've got you covered. Learn more at apexmusiclou.com. The winner of tonight's match goes on to the 2026 Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Briar United trying to find some postseason dates on their calendar as they're not qualifying for the UPSL Fall Tournament. Southern Indiana FC knows they're in the Fall Tournament of the UPSL, but they're trying to make it back to the U.S. Open Cup for the second straight year, and they're 6 minutes and change away from that thanks to the Nate Brown PK goal to put them up 2-0.
Yeah, Nate Brown just approached the ball very cool, calm, collected. Slight hesitation, made the keeper guess wrong, buries it into the corner. Like you said, they're just a few minutes away.
Flicked in dangerously inside the 18. SIFC has to scramble to try to clear.
Yeah, and again, still work to do. This match is far from over, Rick, and just a great job defensively there from Salati Husseini to draw the foul.
Briar United player was slow to get back up, but now he's been issued a yellow card. And that will be his second one of the night. And so Briar United has to play a man down for the final 5 to 7 minutes at least here this second half.
And the Teal players trying to get the crowd riled up, get them into it. Unfortunately for Briar United, just frustration really starting to settle in, knowing you're down 2-0. You've got under 5 to go in regulation, Rick, and, just cooler heads prevail always, and unfortunately frustration got the best of him on that one.
Zane Love, who has been able to answer the bell and has been ringing tonight, made a huge save in the first half to keep the match scoreless. Was able to turn away a couple of opportunities early on here in the second against Briar United. Then his offense came through in the 74th and 82nd minute, or 83rd minute, excuse me. And Love wisely just trying to kill as much clock as possible here, when the clock is his and SIFC's friend right now. Get ready to see food differently. Outcast Fish and Oyster Bars bringing fresh coastal flavors to Southern Indiana. From oysters on the half shell to cocktails that taste like a vacation, come find out why Outcast is anything but ordinary. Visit ocfishandoyster.com to book your table today. Our center referee has been doing a lot of work off screen, relaying some messages and trying to answer questions here on the sideline below us. As time just continues just to tick away here in Southern Indiana.
We may have some added time here, Rick, for stoppage time, just with some delays here.
A healthy amount.
Here towards the end of this match with yellow cards, obviously the red. Multiple players getting a talking to here recently. So I think we might have some stoppage time on our hands.
Good news for Briar United. They want as much time as possible. The problem, though, is like we talked about early on, we saw the first 10 to 12 minutes was SIFC, then Briar United came back. But instead of them getting their second turn of the ball, the kind of tilting in their favor, it's been all SIFC since about the 60-minute mark or the 70-minute mark.
Right, and really the Teal, they saw Briar United kind of get a little glimpse of optimism here in that middle section of the second half, and they're like, no more. We want to take care of business, and they've done just that.
Free near midfield, Briar United needs goals, and they need 2 of them. And they need to do it here in the next handful of minutes. Again, late stages of regulation time, and we should have a decent amount of stoppage time added on to our match here tonight.
And again, just being smart with possession here. If you're SIFC, no mistakes at the back. You're up 2-0, but that can change very quickly. We've seen Briar United get on the attack very, very fast on these counterattacks as Kellen Clegg using his speed.
Clegg has got help. He turns and rockets it towards the parking lot with that left foot, but a beautiful ball by Kellen Clegg.
Yeah, good movement there on the ball by Kellen Clegg. Great buildup. Takes it off the thigh to the right foot, to the left. Just cannot get over the ball as a striker. When you're running with that much pace, trying to keep the ball low as you're on the attack is very difficult to do. So unfortunate for Kellen Clegg not being able to get over the ball to keep the ball low, but great chance there for Kellen Clegg.
Final couple of minutes here of regulation time against stoppage time still to come. And as Brant mentioned earlier, with multiple yellow cards, the red card, a couple of talking twos on set pieces, and the 2 Teal goals, we only had what, 2 or 3 minutes of stoppage time in the first half. We're going to have a healthy amount here in the second half. Good news for Briar United. Trying to cut into this 2-0 hole.
Yeah, and again, if you're Southern Indiana FC, keeping up that pressure defensively, being smart defensively, not creating silly mistakes, not allowing silly mistakes, I should say, just using that high soccer IQ that they have.
Ball free near midfield. Deflected to the street and off of whom? It's going to go against SIFC. And so Briar United, they got to start hurrying up with a little bit more gusto here. So we get close to the 90-minute mark.
Yeah, and if you're Briar United, you send as many people forward. If you're the Teal, make sure everybody's marked. No easy cut runs.
Headed away, still not out of danger just yet. Teal trying to clear. Clegg coming back to help. Scored the first goal back in the 74th minute before Brown added the PK in the 83rd. Still loose near midfield. Into space, and it's Elias McLeod forward. Sends her in deep for Muhammad. Wrong end of the field here if you're Briar United.
That was a great send by McLeod, though, to Muhammad on that far side. Just unfortunately for Muhammad, couldn't get there. Great send by McLeod, though.
And a hard tackle back behind the play. And a card has been issued as McLeod exchanging some words with the Briar United player, and he's extra hot because his brother was the one that was on the receiving end of that hard tackle.
Yeah, and McLeod has to be careful, too. Number 14, Elias McLeod, the captain has to be very careful because he is already sitting on a yellow, so if he approaches the referee in a not-so-nice manner, he could end up getting his second yellow. So, yes, your brother may have gotten slide tackled hard, but you have to keep a cool head as well.
Cucci Pierre at the bottom of the screen as a sub has been waved in as we're in stoppage time here from Green Valley Soccer Complex. 2-0 lead here for the Teal. Goals in the 74th and 83rd minute as Clegg will exit here for the Teal. His third goal of the fall ties him for the team lead. As the defender Brad Hornback comes in here for the Teal with a little more defensive taste here for the final moments of stoppage time.
And Brad Hornback is a fantastic defender for this Teal squad. He's so quick, great with the ball at his feet as well, knows exactly where to go with it when he has it. Great closing speed on the defensive side as well. Kellen Clegg, fantastic match too.
Came in as reserve a couple matches back, has found himself back in the starting 11 and has paid dividends here for the Teal. Nice initial move by Muhammad. He got tripped up and draws the foul. And the good news for the Teal is that means more time comes off our second half clock.
Yep, the clock is your best friend right now if you're Southern Indiana FC, and this is not what you want to see if you're Briar United.
Brown and Muhammad stand over the free kick about a couple yards inside the sideline. Muhammad make the first touch. He's just going to go camp out of the corner, comes up high. He's ready for that collision with the Briar United defender. Brown wisely throws in off the Briar United defender. That's going to give the Teal a corner and more time coming off the clock. But no, time is over. Full time here from the Green Valley Soccer Complex. And for the second year in a row, Southern Indiana FC has qualified for the U.S. Open Cup.
Just all around congratulations to Southern Indiana FC qualifying for their second straight Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. Just great showing from the Teal tonight. Unfortunate for Briar United, they had their opportunities, but the Teal did a great job in keeping the ball out of the back of the net. Zane Love, great goalkeeping, great defending from the Teal, and then obviously beautiful goal from Kellen Clegg off the volley, and then Nate Brown doing exactly what he needed to do from the penalty spot. Great win for the Teal. Congratulations on heading to the U.S. Open Cup.
One of 16 qualifiers for the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup. They'll join the 16 teams that received byes. The field of 32 will play for the U.S. Open Cup coming up in the tournament proper next spring. As Brent mentioned, goal scorers tonight, Kellen Clegg in the 74th minute and the 83rd minute for Nate Brown off the PK. Our match tonight has been brought to you by River City Mortgage, accessible, authentic, transparent. And congratulations again to Southern Indiana FC making the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup for the second year in a row with a 2-0 victory tonight over Briar United FC. Special thanks to our director, Sean Walker, our camera operator, Elijah Mash, for our great analyst, Brant McCoskey. My name is Rick Johnston, saying so long from Green Valley Soccer Complex, where Southern Indiana FC has qualified for the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup coming up next spring with a 2-0 victory tonight over Briar United FC. You've been watching SIFC Soccer on ISC Sports Network.